I was always so scared to talk about my abortion, not because I believed it was wrong in any way, but just because of how people might react towards me. It wasn't until someone brought up theirs that I opened up about mine. I felt like, finally, I could speak about my abortion without shame or stigma. And so, I want to help more people feel this way.
I found out I was pregnant at the age of 17.
So my first experience was when I was 19 years old. I was in a relationship.
And then we actually split up and left. And what got me pregnant was the goodbye sex.
Bueno, al principio empezó siendo una duda, ¿no? Porque yo era muy regular.
So sometimes it just takes a month and a half. Sometimes it just takes 3 weeks.
Now, I knew that I was pregnant for an extended period of time, but I didn't want to tell anyone because I didn't want to have to deal with the potential consequence of it, basically.
So is this a bad time to tell you that I think I'm pregnant? I mean, I don't know, but I think I am. And obviously he was shocked.
So I went and took a test, peed on a stick.
And I was just looking at it, and it was just the clock was still going around and around, and it was haunting me.
Looked at the stick that said, yeah, you're pregnant.
Y bueno, en el momento que confirmé la noticia, fue un momento duro y principalmente diría de miedo.
I was in tears. I felt like I was going to faint. It was awful.
I'm like, oh well, this is actually a thing that's happening to me, and I finally looked and I looked at her and I said, I'm pregnant.
I felt really bad, you know. My stomach hurt, my breasts hurt. I felt dizzy. I was just sick. I wasn't myself. And the worst part was I didn't feel like my body belongs to me.
So she slid over to me the options leaflet, which is obviously all the different options that you get when you're pregnant. I didn't even look at that. I was just like, no, I don't need that. I need an abortion.
Decidí que no quería tenerlo.
Like I did not want the burden of taking responsibility for someone else's life.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, it did feel like a weird sort of trap.
Abortion stigma, I think, is bred through silence. Some anti-abortion protesters are very vocal in their beliefs, and sometimes they spread misinformation which fuels their rhetoric. Now, when you pair that with silence from people like me who have had an abortion, it's a perfect breeding ground for abortion stigma.
Abortion is for sluts. Only sluts have abortions.
Oh my God, why are you telling me this? You know that if it was me, I would have it.
They just couldn't get over this deep felt belief that you don't kill a baby.
I'm not as cold-hearted as she is.
I see the stigma every day. I feel it every day, and I fight it every day. But it's different when it's people online, people you don't know, and different when it's your friends, people that you know and who know you.
I told a select group of people that I knew would be supportive, and yet the hypothetical idea of any shame or judgment from people still is so scary to me that it forces me to be silent.
Y a él porque pensé en el momento de quedar embarazada de que era su derecho saberlo.
At first, he was very supportive and he was with me all along through the procedures. But then after, he starting to realize that I had an abortion.
I didn't tell the guy I was pregnant with.
He comes from a very religious family, so for him, he realized that, that was bad, that we shouldn't have done this.
Él también era joven y su respuesta de arreglate vos, bueno, eso hizo que fue un dolor para mí en ese momento, ¿no?
I don't want to see him anymore. This isn't gonna work out. So, his opinion just was irrelevant.
So it was hard because the stigma was from my own boyfriend.
I think with anything important in life, the people that you tell are your friends and your family. And that's who I told.
I kept it from mother?
I didn't tell my parents.
My mom was really supportive of it.
I just didn't want them to worry about me.
I had no problem letting my friends know, but there was no way in hell I was ever going to tell my mom, and my mom still does not know.
I told pretty much all my friends about my abortion.
I felt like I told people, I didn't, and I didn't feel afraid to tell people, but I didn't expect the lack of reaction or response, the silence from pretty much everyone in my life about it. Definitely the first time it happened.
She makes me feel judged, right? Parents could do that.
I just needed support. I needed to talk about this.
And it's not because my family intentionally wanted to alienate me or not make me feel comfortable. I just feel that they didn't really know how to speak about it.
For abortion stigma to be reduced, we need to start talking about it more openly and more honestly. Have more conversations about abortion in a frank way. People will be more informed, and women who get abortions won't be a hypothetical idea. It'll be real people with real experiences.
There is this thing in, I don't know if it's the culture or the media or in people, where they get these entrenched ideas. And in some ways, I think you're absolutely right. If we change the culture, then people will feel differently.
It's not just us that should take that responsibility, it's everyone. Everyone should talk more about abortion in general, so that we know we can talk about our personal experience too. We can talk about it in a way that shows what a great decision it was for us and how we don't regret it and how happy we are to have made that choice.